this out. This is the biggest can of Red Bull I have ever seen. Here's a normal can. That's huge. And they got the pip. Hello YouTube friends, I am thoroughly and entirely unemployed. So I figured, why not start a little vlog series, just vlogging every single day until I find a new job. I'll kind of take you through some of the stuff I'm doing, talk a little bit about it, maybe some people will be able to relate, and show you parts of my job search process and crowdsource ideas on how to better my resume, how maybe interesting fields to apply for, jobs I can get in the meantime until I find a job in my career field, stuff like that. So let me show you around the house I'm working on right now. This is just it's probably at this point a 100-year-old pier and beam farmhouse. You can see up there. And I've cleared most of the debris out, except for a few big things I'm going to need another person on. And now I'm just sweeping it out. And, well, shoveling it out. Because there is a lot of junk, a lot of rat poop. All those leftover P95, N95 masks are definitely coming in handy. I'm gonna scoop this out before I get these last boards. That's the real rat's nest right there. Is the horseshoe bad luck or is it good luck? I forget. It's purple martin season. They are 100% spooked because I'm here. I think I'm gonna do the rest of today's vlog from in here unless I see really anything interesting. I know that car vlogs are not only cliche, maybe a little boomer, and not specifically fun, but you're gonna have to bear with me because it is 91 degrees out here and Lord does it feel like it. So, some stuff I want to get into. I mean, everybody knows the job market is crap right now, and I think a lot of people are just waiting for the shoe to fall. When are they going to admit we're in a recession, that things are bad? Is it an after the election thing? I don't know. I don't want to talk politics. That's boring. Well, people find it very interesting, but it just creates the same boring fights. So let's talk about, I guess, the job market, some of the stuff I've done to try to make my resume a little bit better. I think I'm trying to stay positive because one of the best quotes I ever heard in my life that really kind of changed the way I think was negativity is cringe. Negativity is cringe. That's from Kenny Lauderdale, the anime YouTuber who is also just the coolest guy ever. Like, seriously, awesome dude. Go check his stuff out. Not like he needs promotion from me. He's like a 100-something thousand subscriber channel. So, job search, resumes. I've been putting stuff in for marketing. Also, I have no delusions about my position. I'm putting stuff in for HEB, Costco, major corporation, like frontline staff like that. I'm about to break down and go for Walmart or Amazon. No offense to Walmart or Amazon workers at all, but it just feels like damn, not only am I not getting experience in the field that I got my degree in, that I want to make my career in, it's not going to help me unless there's cross training. And it does make you feel like, damn, why did I even go to college in the first place? Like, I know the degrees are kind of worthless now, but you expect it to be like, you get a business degree, you can get an entry-level spot in a business, doing business stuff. instead of stocking shelves. Again, nothing against stocking shelves, but that's just what it feels like. And hey, I've had to kind of work through that a little bit, though I've always maintained, hey, I'm willing to do the job that's in front of me. I'm willing to do the job I can get. So hey, money where my mouth is, I'm willing to do the job I can get. It just does feel shitty, man. It does feel a little shitty, but I realize that I have so many more blessings than a lot of people, so many more privileges that, you know, came with the circumstances of my birth and having parents who were successful. And, you know, it's a double-edged sword, but it's not the edge on the back is not nearly as sharp of an edge as the front. You get what I mean? Like, the negatives do not outweigh the downsides. Duh. But it does feel like when you're talking to successful boomers, they have no clue. Even if they're trying to be empathetic or what have you, they're just like, well, I did it with gumption, sonny. I found somebody to take a chance on me. Well, they can't even see my face. They can't even talk to me until the resume passes the automated screening process, and then I don't get ruled out for having bad qualifications. And I'll admit those bad qualifications are on me, but you know, it's way different. As for what I'm doing to try and mitigate our modern situation in the job search, I am using ChatGPT. No shame in my game. GPT-4 has been really cool. I think I turned a corner on AI when I heard this thing that people I don't know if it's true, but people progressively go for more and more crazy predictions about how a technology is going to change the world. Like, we may feel like the internet changed the world, but back in the 90s, the people who were on it thought that it was going to unite all peoples. It was going to usher in a new age of glorious progress. And I don't think that happened. It really increased swarm dynamics. It allows for the transmission of ideas quicker, and it works as a lot of things. It's transformed the world, but it didn't do what they thought it would do. So I've heard that up until 10 years, people have progressively crazier predictions about a new technology, and then it starts to go downhill, and by year 15, you kind of have a real idea of what it's going to do. So that actually took a lot of the worry about the AI revolution out. And I feel like, hey, gotta use the tools that are available to you. I used to be really do it myself, anti-taking help from people, but then I eventually realized you take all the help you can get, because even people who crap on you for taking help, even people who crap on you for this or that, will do the same thing with every resource they have. So you gotta compete, man. You gotta compete. The one thing I can't compete on is lying. I can embellish a little. I can make my resume look as good as I can, but I just can't lie on it, man. I feel it freaks me out. So I'm keeping an Excel sheet of all the jobs I apply to, and also to make my resume more attractive for marketing positions. I'm learning HTML because you have to learn it to learn CSS, and some marketing companies do still really want HTML for email blasts and doing templates and forms on email. But I plan to go HTML, CSS, brush up my Photoshop skills, Ooh, am I even still paying? Yeah, I couldn't cancel my Photoshop subscription because Adobe is evil and charges you for the rest of the year, even if you're paying by the month. Yeah, terrible. I hate their subscription model. But they're the industry standard, you know. And I've people say use GIMP, but I've just not seen anything else with the abilities of Photoshop. Like CapCut has replaced Premiere for me because it's just easier. It's as long as your thing isn't longer than 15 minutes, it's better. But it's, you know, it's also not industry standard. HTML, CSS, Photoshop, maybe JavaScript, haven't got there yet. Python, SQL, but I'm going to do Tableau before SQL. Those are more on the analytics side. And my goal is to just stack qualifications and technical skills until they let me in to a marketing assistant role doing basically answering comments and making social media posts and stuffing envelopes. Like that's what the last marketing assistant temp job I had had me doing. So, you know, it sucks to have to be overqualified to get the most bare minimum position, but I understand that's where it's at, and all gains are compounding, right? Those are the rules. Luck is hard work times time, and when you're doing something, it is nothing, 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 and then everything all at once. So, you know, you got to keep working on what you're working on and grind it out, because someday if you keep changing your tactics and learning from what you did the last time, you'll eventually break through. And so that's what I'm hoping to do, you know, break through somewhere. So I can't, I think that's about it for today, the introductory vlog. You've seen a bit of the ranch, you've seen some animals, and now I got a chance to talk with you guys. So are you on a job hunt? Can you empathize? Can you relate with the pain and misery and trying to stay positive through it and come out the other end, you know, better than you were, hopefully? If you can, leave a like. Let me know how you're doing. Feel free to vent. Feel free to talk in the comments. And overall, thanks, guys. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see y'all tomorrow.